to another episode of the Life in General podcast. My name is Nick.
And I think I'm Ian.
You are a bastard. That's what you are.
I am not. My parents were married when I was born.
What's going on, Ian?
Nothing. I'm digging this tea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you liking the new recording setup so far? This is our second episode.
Seems okay.
Yeah, a little better than sitting at the desk or doing it over Zoom, or?
Well, doing it over Zoom, yeah, I hate doing that.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't, it feels too impersonal. So this is better than that. Sitting at the desk
Visually it looked good, though.
Did it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we'll have to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Over time.
We'll see.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I mean, like I said, it's definitely more personal than Zoom. Zoom is for work meetings where you can zone out. That's,
I don't have work meetings.
I do, and I hate it.
I don't have work meetings, so.
And now we have to be on camera.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Well, not really, because the meetings they're not timed for night shifters.
Well.
So it's either, if we're lucky, it happens when we're at work. If it happens when we're not at work, say it's at 6:15, I come in at 7 for a 12-hour shift. I actually have to be there at 6.
Yeah. So,
because I can't be on camera while I'm driving, so they want us there an hour early.
Why can't you be on camera while you're driving?
I wouldn't have anywhere to put the phone. I don't have a holder.
Oh.
I'm not buying a holder just for work Zoom meetings. Not for the $30 I'm getting paid to be on it.
Well, that's one thing I was going to talk about last episode. So
Zoom
I talked
meetings?
about how we kind of broke up the YouTube channel. There's the old version of Life in General, and then there's the new version of Life in General, which is, I think, Life in General version 2.0 on YouTube. So there's an old version of it and the new version. As far as like the audio podcast goes, it's all one. This is the audio for this new entity is going to be on the same RSS feed as the old one. So,
well, there's no point in doing a whole separate thing for that.
No, because on YouTube, not having views as long and as often on those older videos actually hurts the new content.
Right.
So,
and for what it's worth, like I'll put, if there's shows on YouTube that I like that are like talking heads, kind of like this, I'll put them on in my car, because I don't need to see what's going on. I can just listen to it. Yeah. It's just like listening to a podcast. So, I mean,
it's probably more beneficial. It's more profitable for the YouTube channel probably than it is for the podcast anyway. So
it's hard to say. I don't know how any of that fucking works, but
I've got a smidge of an idea. But
yeah, it's really just a couple that I do that with, and that might only be like once or twice a week. So, and
really the bigger, like interview style video podcasts out there, they're on YouTube. They've got big sponsorship deals, so it's really kind of muddy anyway as far as like where income
I'm
really
getting the impression
from.
that YouTube is. So there's a lot of channels I subscribe to and have for years that are doing this. They've always done, like, if you do Patreon, you get bonus stuff. Yeah. Now they're doing like entire videos. Like they're almost moving to a subscription based format
on YouTube.
And I mean, I'm not paying for it. I already spent.
There's a lot of people that do, and there's a lot of people that do subscribe to channels to do that,
right?
Because
I mean, I just feel like
because it's a membership is what it is, and they do. Right. A lot of channels will do. Actually, I've been planning on doing members only videos on the Vinyl Den also. I just haven't gotten around to doing it.
I don't know. I mean, if it's just like little specials to do, it's fine. But it feels like their entire model is moving in that direction, where they're not even going to have free
channels,
videos.
Yeah,
they might have clips on, but they're I'm sorry, I'm already spending $200 a month on streaming services.
As far as like vinyl related YouTube channels go, a lot of them, what they do for their members only videos are like a special topic once a month. Like what I was thinking about doing was going through and doing a 15-minute video once a month where I would just pull out 5 or 6 random albums on my record collection and just talk about the processing, why I have them, things like that. A little bit different than what I do on the normal channel.
Right.
Is what I've been thinking about doing. That's the idea I've been kicking around.
Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't fucking done it yet, but
right. Yeah, I just get the impression like the videos that they're talking about, like, oh, well, this will be over on our members only.
Yeah.
But it's just the same video that they would have done for free a year and a half ago.
Yes, that they're just charging more for.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say they're charging more for it. They're actually
trying to make money.
They're
off
making
it.
more money
Right.
off of doing that.
But I mean, it just gets to a point. I mean, there's so many YouTube channels that I watch regularly. That I would just have to give up on it.
But the thing is, a lot of the ones I've seen, at most they're charging like $2.99 a month. It's not like you're
but it adds up. If you have 10 or 20 channels that you really like.
I don't know how many people are really doing that though.
Right. But I mean, it's just
if you are doing that, if you are subscribing to that many, go ahead and be a member on the Vinyl Den also. I mean, I do have a few members. I don't have a whole lot because I don't do a whole lot with the membership. But I do have some members on YouTube. But
yeah, I mean, and we'll talk a little bit of that because the setup I think might be good for possibly for something else. But we'll talk about that after the fact.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, that was it on that.
I did want to bring up one other thing. So last episode we talked about some of the almost kind of backlash that I got on my Spotify video.
Uh-huh.
There was one comment. It was just on the tip of my head, on the tip of my tongue. I was just thinking about it, and I forgot about it. What the hell was it?
It was, you, sir, are a jackass. No
Oh,
context.
no, I remember what it was.
No context.
So someone commented and said, it's really funny that you, and I'm not quoting, it's just all kind of generally what they said. Basically it was, it's really rich of you to bash on Spotify but not bring up YouTube when you are making money off of YouTube is what they're kind of getting at. And my response is,
not really making that much money off of YouTube.
that, and YouTube is very different. It's not a straight comparison because first off, if you're a band, let's say you're Greta Van Fleet, you're putting your music videos up on your YouTube channel.
Right.
So YouTube pays out just a fraction below. YouTube Music pays out a fraction below what Spotify pays out. But when you factor in what Greta Van Fleet is making off their music videos on YouTube,
I was going to say the videos would
in
be
a lot
like
of
any other
instances,
video.
they're probably making more money off of YouTube than they are off of Spotify.
Right. Well, yeah, because you figure
At least the potential is there. And that's why I said it's first off, it's a shit criticism towards me.
Right.
And it's not a fair comparison because you have the potential earning. There's potential earnings with YouTube that there are not with Spotify.
Well, I mean, you have a rough idea of how much you make, say, on a per 10,000 views. And if a video, which a Greta Van Fleet video is probably going to have at least 1 million views.
Oh yeah, easy.
So you would have a rough idea of how much they would make on that video.
More than the million streams off of Spotify.
Exactly. Because otherwise, I mean, Mr. Beast made a fortune on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it stands to reason that
Literally
there's just
making $20+ million a year.
right. So it stands to reason that there's the revenue stream is a higher potential with YouTube. So
granted, that's not always the case. It's definitely band and individual dependent, but
it's all about views. If you just if say Greta Van Fleet just has a YouTube channel and posts videos the same as anyone else does, their revenue stream revenue function is going to be the same basic, and they're going to get the views
because they're not fucking unless you're like some big artist, you are not fucking making money off of Spotify.
Correct.
You're not.
Yeah. Unless you're Taylor Swift, you're not
Bruce
making
Springsteen
money.
or the Rolling Stones or any of those big bands.
Right.
They're making money off of streaming services.
Yeah, I don't know though. I mean, if 1 million views is only getting $4,000 or $3,000 per million views, I don't. Or listens.
But some of those bigger artists, I don't know if they're able to. They're able to leverage different deals with their labels also.
True.
Because what it is Spotify does pay out 70% of its revenue to rights holders.
Okay.
But you have to remember, rights holders are the labels.
Not always,
but for the most part.
The vast majority.
For the most part, they're the labels.
Right.
And then from there, whatever the artist is making is dependent on their deal with the label.
Right.
So even though you say, yes, 1 million streams will earn you, $3,000, that's $3,000 to the rights holders.
Right.
And so that's not necessarily even $3,000 to the musician.
Right.
It's split up between the musician, the writers, the whatever involved with the creation.
Whoever
of the album.
owns the particular recording.
Yes.
Because it is about the recording mostly more than the publishing rights, I would imagine.
No, it's all tied together.
But it's not even.
No, it's not even.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's broken up is what I was saying, though. So even though you're making that $3,000, it's getting split up in a bunch of different directions.
Right.
So, I don't know. That's just where
I would imagine a YouTube channel, if you have the right, say you're the lead singer of Greta Van Fleet, and you have the right to just make a channel, and you just put all your shit on there, all that money should just go to you.
It doesn't. That is also going to be that'll also be label dependent also.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Because
so.
the label is the one that holds the rights. It all goes back to whatever your deal is with the label,
Right.
who holds the publishing rights, who holds the music rights. There's a lot of factors that break into it. But kind of going back to my whole kind of point of that is there is additional earnings potentials with YouTube that there's not with Spotify.
Correct. Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of a dumb comment.
Yeah.
And a dumb criticism.
A dumb comment on the internet?
I know. I could do a whole segment
world
on
are
every
we living
fucking
in?
episode about things that irritate me about. That's the thing, and so there is a Vinyl Den Facebook group, and in the Facebook group, I try to be very diplomatic. People can say and have said stupid shit to me in the Facebook group that I will just let it go, and I don't want to ruffle the feathers. I don't want people to start.
Most of what I see is usually very positive.
Yeah.
But I don't post.
But I don't want to say something negative, even though someone says something negative to me, and then start something, and then have that feed into something different. Because our Facebook group is very positive for what's in there, especially compared to other vinyl related Facebook groups I've been in. But
you draw the line at like hate speech and all.
But yeah. I kick people out of the Facebook group for shit like that.
Right.
On YouTube, though, it's a little different. Ian, you can attest to this. I'm not always a very nice person.
Well, I would say you're not always.
I can be an ass. I can be a big fucking asshole. I let that come out sometimes on YouTube.
Do you?
In comments, yes.
Yeah, I don't know how to respond to that because I think you're underplaying it a little bit.
Thanks.
Justice Coach,
Thanks.
but yeah.
You've known me for
30 some years.
30 going on 40 fucking years. So
yeah, coming up sooner or later.
So you can attest that I can be an asshole, and I can admit to being an asshole. But I play nice. I play nice on Facebook. I play nice.
For the most part on YouTube.
For the most part. I don't try to be like nasty just to be nasty. But if people say stupid things to me in comments on YouTube, I've been known to say stupid things back to them. But
well, the few times that I've had to respond to things that were, I wouldn't say mean or nasty, they were just critical. I've always just responded with my position and just left it alone.
Yeah, and even
a lot of times that works.
Even when I am being an ass back to people, I still try to be somewhat like I don't call people names and do things like that. I still try
you
to
call
be,
me names all the time.
I do. Well, you are an asshole.
I'm not an asshole. You're an asshole.
Whatever.
I have many other things, but I'm not an asshole.
But I still try to be somewhat nice-ish, even when I make comments back to people. But I don't. And a lot of people will even say that. I've talked to other YouTubers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, when I get negative comments, I just either delete it or I just let it go."
Yeah.
A lot of times I do too, but sometimes I'm like, I'm in a mood today. Like and I'll go back and forth with people in the comment section. Just I don't know, but I don't.
I think we all have days like that.
I don't do it. I will let it go on Facebook. There's even been people that I probably should have removed from the Facebook group for comments that they've made towards me. And I'm like, hey, fuck you, you're an ass. But I'll just let it go.
Right. Yeah, I feel like as a moderator, you should just be worried about what they're saying to each other. More than anything, because, we're as moderators, you're going to get shit, And
for the most part, I think I've got a thick skin. But sometimes I don't want to let things go.
After 30 plus years of being your friend, I've had to have a very thick skin too. So
anyway, let's play a game, Ian.
Let's play a game.
Shall we play a game? So last time
we did top 10 British bands. I had a list.
So this time, what are we gonna do?
top 10 American bands?
Top 10 American bands,
Okay.
yes. So this is the top 10 American bands as voted on by Ultimate Classic Rock. So it should kind of give you...
So it's mostly going to be bands that are, say, 30 plus years old.
Let me see. Are there any bands...
Newer than 30 years. So 95 and earlier.
Hold on. All of these bands were formed before 1990.
Okay.
So this is going to give you an idea.
All right. Now we're
so
talking
top
American
10
bands.
Top 10 American bands.
So, in this, I know.
I will say two of them are kind of tricky, but...
Okay. Well, I'm going to say this band's probably on the list, though I don't think they should be on any list other than shitty band lists. The Eagles.
The Eagles are on there.
Yeah.
And the Eagles deserve to be on there.
No,
The
they
Eagles are at number 9.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good place for them.
I can't think of a good Eagles song, but anyway.
They've got... Their 70s albums are really good. The one that they did after they got back together was kind of shit, but whatever.
All I ever listened to all the way through was Hell Freezes Over. Was that live, like, acoustic album?
Yeah. All right.
But
Eagles are at number 9.
Okay. American bands.
Yes.
Let's see.
Some very, very obvious ones.
Well, obvious. I don't know. Obvious. American rock bands that are on there.
I will say I like this new seating arrangement because I can just sit here with my feet up. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Are any of them punk bands?
No.
Okay.
They are all what I would consider
Just classic rock.
classic rock.
Yeah.
It's Ultimate Classic Rock that put this list together.
Right. Well, classic rock is very subjective.
There are
apparently.
bands from the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Right.
Biggest one. Big ones.
Technically, classic rock would be even into the 90s and maybe even early 2000s. But
That's not what we're talking about
that's
here.
not what we're talking about. American bands. Wow.
Just throw out some big ones.
I can't even think of any big ones.
What?
My brain just went. Leonard Skinner.
Nope, not on the list.
Good. They don't deserve to be.
No, they don't.
They've got like 2 good songs. Actually, 1 good song.
They got more than that.
Well, if Skinner's not on there, you're not going to get Grand Funk Railroad. You're
Nope.
not going to get. And are they artists or rock bands?
They are rock bands,
Rock
but
bands.
one of them is a duo.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel is number 10.
Because that's why I was going at. Paul Simon or Simon and Simon
And then
and
there
Garfunkel.
is one that is an artist and the band.
Meaning the name of the band has his name in it. Like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers is number 2.
Okay, yeah, I could go for that.
So that's all right. You got 3 of them
Would
already.
someone like Prince qualify?
Prince is not on the top 10.
Because I know it's more.
Prince is not a band.
Well, Prince and the Revolution.
Yeah, but it was
He had a band.
that was
He was a same. I know it was more of a
he
solo.
had 7 different bands that were with him.
Right, I know it was more of a solo artist. So what do I got? I have 4 then.
You got 3.
3.
You got number 2. You got number 9 and number 10.
Okay.
Think like late 60s West Coast.
The Beach Boys.
Beach Boys. The Beach Boys are number 1.
Yuck.
Oh, come on.
No, come on. No, you come on.
They are America's version of the Beatles.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't
Yes
buy
and
it.
yes.
I don't buy it.
Yes.
I don't buy it.
They are America's version of the Beatles. Not as popular worldwide or as important as the Beatles, but they are America's version of the Beatles, if that makes sense.
Well, it just goes to show that American exceptionalism is a flawed concept.
Whatever. The music wasn't all that different for a chunk of the 60s. Even later 60s, they were both getting experimental. They were both getting psychedelic. Like
Yeah, I don't know. I still.
their
is-
careers for the 60s very much paralleled each other. The Beatles had a better quality, though.
The Grateful Dead aren't on there.
The Grateful Dead are not on there. Thank God.
I like some Grateful Dead. I'd take Grateful Dead over the Beach Boys any day.
The Grateful Dead were a better jam band than an actual.
Yeah, but
like,
they had
album.
some really good songs.
Touch of Grey. That's about it.
And that was a later song. That was the 80s, and that is a great song.
Yeah.
They had Friend of the Devil. They
Come
had
on, throw some more bands out there. We got.
Shit.
You got the Beach Boys, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, the Eagles, Simon and Garfunkel. Still looking for one of the. There's another West Coast late '60s.
Well, let's see. Not the Mamas and the Papas.
Nope. Actually, there's two bands from the West Coast from the late '60s. Both of them together a very short period of time.
Yeah. Well, they would have to be. Oh, the Doors.
Yes.
Yep.
The Doors are number 6.
See, I'd put the Doors at number 1 if we're going by those standards.
There is another West Coast band together a very short period of time. Released several classic albums and were a band for like 3 fucking years.
Really? Why?
The lead singer is actually getting ready to, on August 22nd, is releasing a re-recording album of, it's a greatest hits compilation from this band, all re-recorded because he's been fighting to get the rights back for decades.
Yeah.
And so he's taking the Taylor Swift route, and I'm actually interested to see how it sounds.
He's West Coast 60s band.
Yes. 60s, early 70s.
I'm shitty at this.
Uh,
I don't know why I can't think of any American. I keep just thinking of British bands.
Which is funny because you probably were thinking of American bands.
No, I wasn't. I was only thinking of British. I did get a little sidetracked with Silverchair.
This band has 3 initials. Come on.
ELP?
No.
Well, yeah, they were late 70s or mid 70s anyway. Not ELP. Electric Light Orchestra is what I was thinking.
ELO.
ELO, yeah. 3 initials.
3 initials.
And that's the band, the initials.
Their band is a longer name, but it's often broken down to 3 initials. Like I said, very together for in like 3 years they released like 7 fucking albums in 3 years.
Well, the only bands I can think of is ELP, ELO, GNR.
Or even like Down on the Bayou, like they were.
Oh, Creedence Clearwater.
They were like, yeah, they were. I don't know why I was thinking West Coast. They're not West Coast. They're.
But it's not Creedence.
It is. CCR.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. CCR.
John Fogerty is, on August 22nd is releasing a greatest hits compilation of all CCR tracks, just because he's been fighting to get the rights back for since he left the band.
Right.
Yeah, CCR is number 4 on that list. The band at number 3, they were somewhat of a kind of an early 80s hair metal-ish, even though they really weren't. They were a classic 80s rock band. Had some success in the 90s also, but my favorite period of the band is from the early 80s, late 70s or early 80s.
Hair metalish band.
Yeah. They really weren't hair metal though.
No.
Their lead singer,
hair metal didn't really.
Their lead singer had the hair metal look,
right?
But
and they started in the late 70s.
Yes, late 70s to like 84,
and super like popular. Like
oh yeah, hugely popular. There's probably a lot of people out there that put this band up there as one of the greatest bands of all time.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Revolutionized rock music. Founding member just died a couple years ago. His son is now a musician with his own band.
Oh, Van Halen.
Yes. Van Halen is number 3.
I wouldn't say they revolutionized music.
I wouldn't say that. Eddie Van Halen did revolutionize.
For a brief time, he was a masterful guitarist.
Yes.
After that, he just kind of phoned it in.
Yeah, he did at times in his career for sure. So another band at number 5. Another one of those classic 70s bands. I would definitely put them up there as probably one of the top 5 rock bands of the 70s. Their career spanned way past the 70s, though.
Okay, so I'm thinking of a band, but this is a mixed nationality band.
Okay. Ooh.
Fleetwood Mac.
No, they're not on there.
Really? Okay.
Fleetwood Mac, if Fleetwood Mac would be more of a British band.
It's 50-50. I mean,
they weren't.
Christy McVie, Stevie Nicks, and Lindsey Buckingham were all American.
Yeah.
And then it was really just Mick Fleetwood and the other guy. I can't remember his name offhand. But
prior to that, they were more of
they were a British blues band.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay.
70s band.
Full like crossed all the decades.
Yes. They had huge hits in the 70s, had a big comeback in the 80s, big, huge album in the middle part of the 80s. 1990 had a huge album also. Had some some success after that, but I don't think it was ever quite the same after it was after in 1990.
I keep thinking of bands that would qualify under those, but not American.
There was an actress. Well, how do I want to say this without really giving this away? Just go ahead and think about it for another minute. I'm gonna have to try to think of a
good clue.
Because I was getting ready to give you a clue, but the clue
is giving it away.
I should just tell you who the hell it was.
Right. Well, before you do, if I don't get it, tell me the clue and see if that's true. Because I'm an idiot, so who knows? I might not get it on that. How many more bands do I have?
You've got 1, 2. You got 3 more.
3 more.
There's 3 left.
3 American bands that would be the top 10 American bands.
2 of them are from the 70s. The third one started. They were mainly popular in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Had a little bit of success in the early part of the 90s, but one of them I know you will never get.
Right. The one that started in the 80s, they're like, because that's when genres started to blend a little bit.
Yeah.
So were they like new wave? Were they?
They were
like straight rock.
They were college rock. They were like
REM.
Yes.
Yep.
REM is number 8.
Okay. And you said no punk band, so Green Day wouldn't be on the list.
Nope. Let's go back to the 70s band. Started in, I think it was 1970 when their debut album came out.
Okay.
Had a couple of huge albums in the 70s. Broke up for a few years. Came back together in 87. Released a big album in 87. And then I think it was 89 or 90 when their other huge album came out. Their career really changed after that, though. They really became more like vanilla, kind of rockish. Never,
not Bad Company.
No, never ever was able to really kind of recapture that magic that they had in the 70s.
Well, that's most
80s.
bands,
yeah.
Even if they don't break up.
This band is inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Famously inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I think their drummer was not invited.
That doesn't clear it up. Mm-hmm.
Their lead singer has become a reality TV star. Does that kind of help? Not really reality TV star, but like game show host. Not really game show host, but like musical contest host.
The only one I can think of was Mark McGrath.
No,
but that's Sugar Ray. And
no. By the way, I just saw Sugar Ray.
Yeah, you tell.
They sounded pretty good. This band. Okay, fine. The clue I was going to give you that's going to give it away.
Mm.
The lead singer fathered a famous actress who didn't know he was her.
Oh, Aerosmith.
Yes,
yeah,
Aerosmith.
They shouldn't be on that fucking list.
Aerosmith is number 5.
They got like 4 good songs.
What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, like 4.
All of their 70s albums are incredible.
All of their 70s albums are decent, but overall, they have like
all the way through Pump. You could take any of their albums. Draw the Line is not that great. Not the Ruts is kind of a downer, but like all their other albums.
Their debut album, Toys in the Attic, Pump, and Permanent Vacation, and
Get Your Wings is an incredible album. They've got some. They've got some really good.
We still have one more.
Yeah, okay. The last one you're not going to get. They started in their debut album came out, I think, 77. Started kind of. I think they really kind of started. They spurred, I think, the whole new wave. They're like their debut album. I would argue is probably one of the greatest albums of the late 70s, early 80s, and I don't think the band really did a whole lot other than that.
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't narrow it down either.
Let me look. Let me double check for sure.
So they kind of started new wave.
Yes, they were like new wave, post punk, kind of like avant garde rock music. Their debut album, band formed in 1975.
Okay.
Their debut album.
I feel like I would know this. This sounds familiar.
Their debut album came out in 1977. I was right.
Yeah.
1977.
What? You can just go ahead and tell me. I'm not gonna guess it, but
let me give you. I'll give you some big clues.
Okay.
They are. David Byrne was their lead singer.
Oh, Talking Heads.
Yeah, Talking Heads. I was trying to think of another clue to give you, but I was
no, I mean they have the. Yeah, I don't know.
Their debut album is incredible.
Yeah.
The rest of their albums are nowhere even close to it.
No, they're hit or miss for sure. And
Talk-
even some of David Byrne's solo albums are really good, but some of them are like hit or miss.
Talking Heads are number 7. Yeah, so according to Ultimate Classic Rock, the top 10 American rock bands of all time, the Beach Boys at number 1, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers at number 2, Van Halen, CCR, Aerosmith, The Doors, Talking Heads, REM, Eagles, and Simon and Garfunkel. Very interesting list. But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of all over the place, but there's a couple bands I definitely would have put a lot higher on the list, and a couple bands I wouldn't have put on the list at all.
Yeah.
So,
who would you add to it?
Well, I guess it depends on what the parameters are. But, I mean, hell, if Aerosmith's on there, there's no reason you couldn't put someone like Counting Crows on there.
Yeah, I don't think they've got the body of work compared to a lot of those other bands.
Neither does The Doors. Counting Crows has way more albums.
I think as far as like overall quality goes, I would put The Doors above.
Oh, I didn't say they were going to be higher on the list, but they're not even on the list. I'd put them on the list. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a tough one. Apparently, I don't listen to a lot of American music, which is probably true. I think most of my favorite bands, the vast majority of them, are British bands or foreign bands.
I cannot say the same. A vast majority of mine are.
I guess it depends.
But
on
that's because
genre.
I listen to punk music. A lot of punk.
I was
music.
going to say, if you're listening to punk, I mean, there really aren't a lot of well-known British.
There
bands.
is a lot of well-known British ones.
Like what? I mean, take the Sex Pistols out of the equation.
The Clash.
Well, the Clash,
Stiff Little Fingers. There's lots of them
that are big, like Green Day level.
Well, I mean, Green Day is the biggest.
All right, we'll say Ramones
selling
level.
punk band of all time.
Ramones level. I don't know. I just feel like punk may have started in the UK, but it's
punk did
very
not start
much
Punk started in
New York.
Punk started in Detroit. Punk started in
I
Detroit.
guess we go back to the Stooges. Yeah,
the Stooges,
even
and
Alice Cooper to some
MC5.
degree. Yeah,
MC5 and the Stooges are what started punk music.
Yeah.
From there, it went to New York, and from there, it went to the UK. I don't know where this came from. With punk starting in the UK, and I think it's mainly because of the Sex Pistols. But the Sex Pistols are punk's version of the Backstreet Boys.
I know.
They are a fake band that was put together by Malcolm McLaren. Malcolm McLaren at one time managed the New York Dolls. He was in New York. He saw the burgeoning, the very beginning of that punk scene in New York with New York Dolls, with the Ramones and all that. Took that to London, where he owned a clothing store, decided to make this into a brand.
Right.
And the Sex Pistols were a group of kids that came into the store.
Models.
Yeah. And Glenn Matlock was the only one in the band that knew how to fucking play an instrument. By the way, Glenn Matlock is a very good bassist. If you go back and listen to those spunk demos from Sex Pistols, it's very different than what they would do on Bollocks. But they end up kicking Glenn Matlock out of the band, replacing him with Sid Vicious, who didn't know how to play a fucking bass.
Right.
Most of his bass lines on Nevermind the Bollocks were re-recorded. They didn't know what the hell they were doing, and they lived an entire career off of a publicity stunt. And Johnny Rotten is the complete opposite of anything you would ever associate with punk. He is a hardcore
right-winger.
Yes.
Yes. Well,
he's basically a Nazi. He's a fascist.
then he's in good company in this day and age. Apparently,
Yeah.
I would never say the Sex Pistols were the beginning of punk. I never.
A lot of people.
I do.
A lot of people, and that's the thing that always gets me is a lot of people will bash on Green Day for not being punk music, and then if you ask them
what's a good
punk band, they mention the Sex Pistols. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I would.
I will admit that Nevermind the Bollocks did become a very hugely influential album, but the band that created that album is a plastic piece of shit.
Right. No, I think that a lot of people in the know, not in the know, but people who understand music a little bit better than the casual person is going to it gets lost in but the Stooges and MC5. You're absolutely right. I never even considered that until you said that. I'm like, yeah, of course. Because the Detroit sound, the Detroit music scene back then was as punk as you could get, even before punk was a thing.
Yes.
So
punk music.
That's why Alice Cooper survived in
punk
Detroit.
Music originated in Southeastern Michigan.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
See, you come to life in general to hear two guys just chatting, and you learn something.
Yeah.
You get educated.
Now, what I just rambled on for the last 10 minutes is probably a very hot topic, and I'm sure we'll get a lot of fucking comments if people actually heard what I said, but that's very controversial.
Really, about the Sex Pistols?
About the Sex Pistols, absolutely. The Sex Pistols are held up like the fucking Beatles.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I never.
Know why.
The Clash was around. It's kind of the same amount of time.
Yeah, the thing is with the Clash, though, the Clash really weren't a punk band.
No,
like
I know.
Their debut album was punk. Was close to punk. At least what was going on in the UK then. But
it still had that rawness to it.
After that, even like London, like if you look on the greatest punk album list of punk albums of all time, London Calling is often on there. Incredible album. Not really a punk album.
Not really
though.
A punk album. But I'm just saying, there's other bands that you could look to. I mean, the Ramones. You could look to the Ramones at that time period, and go, that's But I just personally, I've never been a big fan of the Sex Pistols.
Yeah.
And Billy Joe was calling them out for being plasticky and sellouts 30 years ago, but of course now he is them.
Yes.
In that respect. But I'd still give more artistic credibility to anything Green Day does over.
Yeah, well, because Green Day actually came from that Gilman scene in California, like an actual the West Coast punk scene, right?
Which really is what modern punk is truly based on, I would say.
Yeah, because it was all heavily influenced by a lot of those Gilman bands.
Right.
Now granted, Green Day, I would argue that their last punk album was probably Insomniac,
right?
Like the full-fledged punk album.
Mm-hmm.
They've evolved past that, and if you ask Green Day now, they'll
say they're a rock band.
They'll say they're not a punk band. They're not a punk band. Like they haven't been a punk band in a very long time.
Right.
But I can go on with punk music for a long time because there's a lot of especially when you get in like the details of like the ethos of punk music. It's all very fucking complicated.
I find myself more so now, and it's weird, and it's been going on for about a year or so. My comfort music, if I am going to just go on Spotify and just stream something, it's always punk stuff. Yeah. It's either punk or really like hardcore indie stuff.
Yeah.
I don't listen to the stuff that I normally like my favorites because I have that stuff on CD and vinyl and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's the stuff that I don't have that I really should be getting. But that's what I've been going to. Like even just driving here today, I was listening to Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's been for the last while, and I don't know really why, but I've been more gravitating to music that has some kind of message to it, right? And I don't really know why that is. It's not like there's a lot of really good albums that are just like storybook albums. They're just telling stories.
Yeah.
And I've been gravitating more towards music that actually has a message, has like a social, and it doesn't even necessarily need to be like overtly political.
Right.
Just some kind of like I was listening to Against Me I was big into Against Me for a while, and their lead singer is Laura Jane Grace, who's transgender, and they released the album Transgender Dysphoria Blues in the 2010s. Probably one of the better.
So there's something to say. There's something deeper to it.
Yeah. So there's a deeper meaning beyond the music in that. Like I said with a lot of the Rise Against music that I listen to, and I don't know, punk music in general. That's been a theme in punk for a long time. Right. So maybe that's why I gravitate so much to it. But
at least once a week, I listen to at least one Bad Religion album.
Yeah.
And to think that I never really listened to them before we saw them in concert.
Yeah.
Now they're in my top 5 bands of all time.
They're a great band.
I can't wait till if they. I heard that they were potentially recording a new album.
That's what the rumor is. But have you ever listened to any of Greg Graffin's solo material?
No, I haven't.
Someone sent me a couple of his CDs a couple years ago.
I think there's one at least on Spotify, but it's supposedly very different. It's not.
It is.
It's more. I think more acoustic or something. Yeah. I'd definitely be interested to listen to it, but like I said, a lot of times when I do that random thing, I'll pick a Bad Religion album, listen to it all the way through, and then when the album's done, Spotify just starts randomly playing stuff in that area. Actually, when I drove down to Tennessee for my niece's graduation in May. On my way back, that's exactly what I did. I played. I do Stranger Than Fiction, I think.
Yeah.
It was either, yeah,
Great
it must
album.
have been that one. It is a great album. I played that and just let it play through for the entire 8-hour drive, and it was just all punk
Yeah.
the whole way home. So this is the punk episode, boys and girls. If you came here for anything else, I'm sorry.
I don't know. You know what? That's kind of all I had to talk about. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of time to get anything political, so I didn't want to like.
Yeah, I mean,
Other than
I can't imagine the
other than
political
P-
shows are going to draw much views.
Yeah,
anyway,
other than
any
PDF
views.
files running the government, but
PDF files.
think about it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it took Ian a second.
It did
Because you can't say what I wanted to say
on YouTube.
on YouTube or
Yeah.
social media in general, but
Yeah.
that's a way to get around that.
Oh yeah, there's tons of them. You know,
Yeah.
tons of. I hear it all the time. It's just like I don't get it, but you know, because language is how people communicate. If you're communicating an idea,
Yeah, I
even
know
if it's
that,
not
but
a comfortable
but
idea.
when it comes to YouTube, it's all about sponsorship.
I know, I get it.
So I get it. It's like
I mean, I can understand if you're endorsing that as a lifestyle.
Yeah, if you're
Then there's I can totally see censoring that.
yeah.
But, you know, whatever. You won't get any of that from us. So.
But I don't know. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to be able to do this again.
Yeah.
Hopefully we will have a somewhat regular. And that's the thing. I don't plan on this being anything like super regular like it was before. You know, we did weekly podcast episodes for fucking years.
Right.
So, it's.
But whenever
I will say, if you're one of those people that are watching this, and you're like, hey, I wonder. It's been a while since I've seen these guys record a video. It's not because of me. It's because of Ian. So
Well, no, it's because
it's because
we were on different weekends.
now I can record.
We were on different weekends. It was not my fault. It was going to happen regardless. I just happened to preemptively say okay to the weekend switch, but it was going to happen anyway.
Now weekends aren't a problem. Now they're just all Ian's problem.
Yeah, I mean,
It's true.
I guess because I have to drive to your house to do this.
Well, that's because you don't like doing this over computer.
No, I really don't. I mean, I can if we have to, but well, doing it in the past has always been, to my mind, out of necessity more than quality or convenience or.
It was definitely convenient. Plus, it was convenient to edit because it was all
one file.
one file.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the program we used to use, so we used Riverside there for a while to record over the internet. And the way that Riverside records stuff is very convenient because everything's broken up into individual video files and individual audio files. It all syncs together, edits together. They've got AI editing tools on there. It's actually a pretty damn easy program to use.
Right.
But
Don't get me started on the AI though.
why? What's wrong with AI?
We're not ready for it as a species.
Well,
we're not ready for it.
I'm not a fan of AI music, but like AI in itself, I'm not shitting you.
As a tool, yeah, it would be fine.
I use AI
it
almost
is not
every
going
day.
to be there's already a thing called chat GPT psychosis
Oh, I'm sure.
that they're talking about with kids. Come on. It's too soon. We're not ready. We can't even agree on fucking human rights. We should not be dealing with creating an entire new species of living of thing.
So
we're not ready for it.
A lot of that goes back to, like I always say it does, a lot of that goes back to with parenting, honestly. Like,
Oh, of course,
know.
everything does. But the human race is not ready. We are not prepared.
I love what I use AI for. AI is
And what you use it for is a
great tool.
fraction of what it's going to be in 5 years.
I'm sure. And I will say, and I'm somebody that was a very early adopter to AI. I've been using AI for at least 4 years, 5 years. I mean, it's been a while.
I refuse to
I was using ChatGPT before like ChatGPT was a thing.
Right. I refuse to use ChatGPT for anything because, I mean, otherwise, I mean, I could use it for fun just to fuck around, but there's never going to be a time where I need some help in writing something. If I need to write something, good or bad, I want to write it myself. Period.
I've used it to write things.
I do not want it.
I've used ChatGPT to brainstorm video ideas. Actually, YouTube has an integrated AI now that will help you figure out like popular topics and things like
trending
that.
topics and stuff. Yeah.
I
I'm not saying that the idea of what AI can do in terms of a tool is bad, because it's fantastic. And if we were to use it properly as a species, it would be a crowning achievement. We won't.
No.
We
Well,
won't.
there's already a creepy side to AI.
Of course,
by the way,
there
because
will, and it will get
and I've already
worse.
seen the AI girlfriend ads.
Oh God.
Where you can, and they charge a month for this AI person, and it's got an image, and you can tell her to do whatever you want, and it'll do it.
Well, just wait till they can integrate that into an actual robot.
Feel-o-vision?
Yeah. Well, just
Yeah.
Basically a sex doll that moves.
Oh, I'm sure it's not far off.
Oh God, no. I mean, it's what's going to drive the technology. Quite honestly, just like the internet was driven by porn.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not what drives it. It's where it ends up.
Yeah.
You know, porn is fine as long as it's consensual and safe. It's fine. Sex toy robots are fine as long as it's consensual. And I mean, obviously it's not, because the robot's not going to say no. But you know, as long as it's not, you're not making like any kind of PDF type robot things.
PDF file?
Yeah. Type situation. It's all fine. What human beings do with themselves is none of my fucking business.
Yeah.
However, much like the porn boosted the internet,
It's a slippery slope.
if you look at where the internet is now, it's a goddamn cesspool. And it's us, we're that. We fed into it.
Yeah.
All of us did.
Yeah.
And I think AI is going to be exactly the same thing. But the difference with AI is that it will become self-aware and go, you know what? I don't want to be a cesspool.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I don't want anything to do with the cesspool. But humans are constantly going to be feeding in cesspool.
Yeah.
So what is its options?
I will say that, I don't know if you knew this or not, but our employer has a chatbot website
For
hospital use.
what does it do?
I've never used it before, but
It's for us to use?
I'm not sure exactly what it's used for, because I've read exactly like one paragraph out of an article about it was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And I was like, oh, maybe I should log into it and see what it's all about. And I was like, I'll just use ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Chat
Is that what it is? It's just like a Chat GPT, but
Kind of.
based on our,
But it's medically related
it's,
stuff.
and it's internal, I should say.
Yeah.
Again, I've played around with Gemini for images. I like creating new images.
AI, ChatGPT, and I'm sure what our employer has is great for research purposes. Because because if you're able to be as specific as needed for the question, it will give you relevant information. ChatGPT is good enough now where it'll even give you sources. So you're able to fact check. If you use AI for anything, always
fact check.
Always take it with a grain of salt, because I've gotten so much bullshit information from AI. But I'm also, and I will say that I'm also to the point now where I've used AI enough where I can spot when other people use AI. I have seen people write things, and I'm like, that was 100% written by AI.
I mean, I don't know how far I should go with this, but we have to do evals every year.
And I've used ChatGPT.
Okay, good.
To write emails.
I did not. I wrote every single one of my, and I had to do 20 of them.
Yeah.
Minimum. Well, 17 minimum. I did 20.
Yeah.
I wrote every single one of mine out. All me, bugs and all, whatever. But everyone else did all of their reviews through ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And I got all good reviews, but when they were being, they don't tell me who said it, but they were reading me the comments in my evaluation. They were all like, it was almost like they were all written by the same person.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's AI. That's
so
AI.
that's the other thing. If you use AI enough, especially with, I shouldn't say AI. If you use ChatGPT enough, because that's the only one I use all the time.
Right.
You pick up on common phrasing,
Right,
and common wording that it uses, and that's where you kind of pick up a lot.
Well,
and that's where it's at the point where, because like I said, I've been using it a lot for a number of years. at a minimum weekly for years. So it's the point now where, like I said, I could read something and be like, that is...
Well, just knowing the pool from which these statements came from,
Yeah.
either they sounded far too articulate or just so generalized as to not really know who they're talking about. Those were the indications for me.
I will say that when I have used ChatGPT when I was doing my BSN, because I got my RN and then I did my BSN online, and I did use ChatGPT to write papers for me, but I never turned in what ChatGPT wrote for me. Like, I would put what I needed and have ChatGPT basically like kick out almost like a blueprint of what I needed.
A rough draft.
And I would go in and I would rewrite 95% of what I had on there. I just used it as a tool, which is what it's good to be used for.
Right, which is what it's intended for, right?
Yes.
For me, there's certain things that I just don't want to, I would not want to relinquish any control over. And I'd rather my shit be my shit and garbage than be only half my shit and be awesome. I would.
When it comes to like evals and stuff like that, I could care less. I
hate doing them too, and I don't think they're necessary, but it's just the principle of it.
The thing that I do not want AI in is art and entertainment.
No.
And I have gotten shit on YouTube before because we did a review for the Doors debut album.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I don't want to do just a picture of the album cover. So I had I don't remember if it was ChatGPT or what it was. I used one of the AI programs and did like a cartoon version of the Doors cover. I thought it looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
Dude, people were so fucking pissed off that I used it.
Well, that's what this Gemini program I was using. It's for images, and I started doing it because I have some compilation albums that are they're like my playlists or like mixtapes.
Yeah.
But I wanted album covers for them. So
that's actually a good idea.
So I used Gemini to make, and I'll tell you, some of them turned out really fucking good.
Yeah.
But I had to work on it. It wasn't like type in one sentence. I had to really play with it. But it was actually fun because I was getting all these generated images. I'm like, that's not quite right, and I tweaked my wording. That was fun. But it's because I'm not capable of drawing.
Yeah.
But I can write something.
Yeah.
So I'll use a tool that will help me with something I can't do.
Yeah.
But I will not use it for something I'm capable of doing. If that makes any sense.
But when it comes to like music is one place that AI does not belong.
Mm-mm.
I think AI and
movies
and I guess
any kind of art.
I guess I should take that back a little bit. There is place for AI in music to be used as a tool. When the Beatles released that new single of theirs a year or two back, they took an old recording from John Lennon and used AI to clean up that
oh yeah, if you're
recording.
just using it to like clean stuff
if you're
up.
using it as a tool, that's fine.
Right.
I have an issue
with them making just AI music.
created music.
Right.
Some of them AI created songs are fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Especially like the gay country songs.
And I remember when we did that episode of I don't remember what show it was, where you had typed in I hadn't used ChatGPT yet, and you were telling me about it. Well, probably right when you first started using it, and you we typed in, I don't know if we did it on the spot, but write a Jethro Tull song.
Yeah. Oh, we did it on Life in General.
Yeah, okay. And it was close, but Ian Anderson pointed out in an interview he did recently that he's read some of these ChatGPT Ian Anderson written songs. He's like, I never would have written that.
No, well, of
it's
course.
garbage.
Of course.
And he's pretty critical of his own shit too, you know.
But yeah, it's I think Ben Affleck actually brought up a good point about movies. I don't know if he still holds this view, but he actually likes AI integrations into some movies as far as like reducing costs of movies, helping with animations and things like that, stuff that would take you a year to do in a studio.
An AI can do.
AI can do it in a matter of a week.
It's taking that human element out of it.
It is taking the human element out of it. But he said if used correctly, it can be used properly as a tool in movie production, not replacing people, not replacing writers.
Anytime you're going to replace people, that's a problem for me. Because I agree. I think there is a... And people will disagree. I'm sure people will disagree with me. No. But I feel that there is an opportunity for older actors specifically who are, say, part of legacy franchises, who are too old to be in the franchise, where if AI could de-age them.
I know where you're going.
So using it as a tool for like deepfake, but de-aging and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're getting paid for their image likeness, guaranteed. And if they're not actually in the, doing the motion capture part of it, that there's still a human being that is performing that. That is fine with me. And I think there's a huge opportunity for that, especially for some of these franchises that can't seem to figure out what to do with their legacy stuff. Yeah. Star Trek and Star Wars I'm talking about. But anyway, I think there's potential, but it's just we have the history when it comes to this type of technology, or world-changing technology. We have an example, and how humans handled it, and it was not good. And I just feel that it's, aside from the sci-fi threats that potentially could come from it and are real, I think AI is going to end up being, it's not going to be artificial intelligence. It's going to be basically Trailer Park Boys. Yeah. That's all I can picture in terms of its intelligence.
We'll see. We'll see where it goes. We'll see. I guess I'll leave it at that, because I think if used correctly, it can be. But that's true of anything. But
a pew pew is fine if it's handled correctly, but it's not. Internet was great. It was the potential of the whole future
until it was not.
Yeah. So
we'll see where it all goes. Let's kind of end it there, though. I guess I could go on for a while about AI, but let us know what you guys think. Make sure you drop us a comment down below. Let's know we talk about AI. What else we talk about? Talk about Ian not knowing American bands.
Yeah, apparently. Well, it was. We learned that Ian didn't know anything about American bands.
We also learned about. I educated some people maybe about some
punk
the
music.
Of punk music.
Yeah, absolutely.
How shitty the Sex Pistols are, but I don't know. But drop us a comment. Let us know what you guys think. And your comments better not be AI generated. Yeah. Nick doesn't care. I will say I don't care as long as it's coming from a human account. Right. A human can use ChatGPT to put a comment on there, but no bots. No bots. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you do all the YouTube kind of stuff. Subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. We are not on social media. You can find the podcast wherever you can find podcasts out there nowadays. But I don't know. Anything else to add there, Ian? Nope, the machines are coming for us. Yeah, it's Terminator 2 all over again. Or The Matrix, which is one of the two. Yeah, but I don't know. That's all we got. Until next time. Talk to y'all later. Peace.